guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jyotsna and today I'm going to recommend the best books that you need to read for February 2024. So let's get started. So the first book I have is this one, which is Psycho-Cybernetics. I have been advised, or I have seen this book on Instagram Reels so many times, and there were so many times I was this close to buying the book, but somehow I always decided to buy another book thinking, you know what, this is kind of like a serious book, let me get into it once I am done with the other books. And I'm so glad that I waited. It was worth the wait because this book is amazing. Psycho-Cybernetics basically tells you how having a mental image of yourself is how you succeed in life. So this is actually very interesting because it's written by a plastic surgeon, and he talks about, you know, the kind of various problems he gets from clients and from people, but most of it is all in the mind. And this is pretty much very similar to the concept of, you know, how I talk about the magic and the power of your mind in my previous videos. So this one is pretty much that, but it just tells you that the kind of mental image you have about yourself and the kind of the kind of internal thoughts you have about yourself is the way you define your own worth. It is not defined by other people, it is not defined by other worries that you have. Everything is based on the mental imagery that you have in your mind, sort of like how you visualize your life to be, it turns out to be your reality. So this book sort of gives you a gist of it, but it goes into the whole self-concept aspect instead of, you know, like life in general. The next book is actually a reread for me, and I am pretty much gonna be reading this after almost 8 years. I remember reading Secret when I was back in my engineering days, and I also made a video with my best friend Loita where we spoke about this book and like other book recommendations we have for, you know, the concept of manifestation, law of attraction, etc. So this is like that basic fundamental, sort of like the first book that you need to grab if you want to truly understand what the law of attraction is. I would say this is like the best beginner friendly law of attraction book that is out there. I think this sort of introduces the concept really well, and it's very like easy to read. I'm pretty sure if I sit for like maybe 3 or 4 hours I would be done with this book. It's that easy to like just skim through and quickly read it. Again, the only reason why I want to read about this book is I want to make more videos on this topic and probably inspire or educate people more on how important it is to have like a lot of positive thinking. So yeah, I am pretty much excited to read this again and probably make a video on it. So let's see how that goes. So the next 3 are actually like a set of books that I ordered from Amazon. I will link down all the books that I'm talking about in the description box below, so you can check out all the links and buy it for yourself. But this is basically like it comes like it is a set of 3 books, and this is by the god Neville Goddard. And if you guys don't know who he is, Neville is the one who introduces the concept of law of assumption. And if you didn't already know, law of assumption is 10 times more powerful and more accurate than the law of attraction. Almost all the people that I know who believe in manifestation or law of attraction to some extent actually agree that the law of assumption is so much more powerful and so much more stronger. So in order to understand this and in order to sort of make more videos and get some more content ideas and sort of learn what Neville's principles are, I have bought all these 3 books. I have read the first 2 books, and I do have to say that his perspective and his opinion on the law of assumption is just mind-blowing. I would give both these books 5 on 5. I haven't read this one yet, which is The Power of Awareness. I have to finish reading this, but the first 2 books that I've read have been top-notch, and I cannot express more gratitude and love that I have for these books. Anybody who thinks there's only law of attraction and that's the only law in the universe, there are so many more laws. There's the law of vibration, there's law of assumption, there's so many things that we still don't know about, and I am educating myself about it as well. So I think these 3 are the perfect books to just kickstart your journey to understand the law of assumption and how to practice it and how to use it in your life. Because trust me, when you use these laws in the most positive manner and in the right way to actually become a better person, believe it or not, you can make your dreams come true. The next book is The Daily Laws by Robert Greene. You guys know I am such a big fan of Robert Greene. I've read Mastery by him before, I've made a video on it, and I just have to say, I think he's like one of the smartest people. And I think I even read 48 Laws of Power, but I didn't finish it. I just read like a couple of chapters. But oh my god, the amount of wisdom and knowledge this man has. I don't think I've ever read any non-fiction book that has given me so much information about topics that are literally not available anywhere. Like, I have read so many self-help books, but so many of them are like on a surface level. With Robert Greene, he gives you a different perspective and insight on everything, and it's just, when you read his books, you just know this man has done a lot of research, this man has a lot of wisdom, and he's super intelligent. So what's better than having one important lesson to learn every single day? So Daily Laws is, again, every single day has its own date and you get to read a lesson, and this is perfect for someone who's just kickstarting their journey to like reading and they want the best self-help book. I always recommend people to read this one or the book by Ryan Holiday, which is again 366 Meditations. So it's basically just one page or at the max 2 pages to just understand and learn one single lesson. So it's very simple. In fact, you'll take just 5 minutes in a day to read it. So for February 5th, it says accumulate skills. There is so much to be known. Life is short and life is not life without knowledge. So your main goal must be to learn and accumulate as many real life skills as possible, particularly in areas that personally excite and stimulate you. So acquiring a set of skills is the key to navigating a turbulent masked world. The ability to later combine these skills is the best path to mastery. So this was again a sort of lesson taken from the book Mastery. It's packed with a lot of wisdom, and I assure you, you will definitely love, and you will probably go and buy the full edition Robert Greene books after reading this one for sure. The next one is this book, which is Hacking Health, and this is something that caught my eye as soon as I saw this symbol. It's my gym symbol as well. I work out in the Cult Fit gym. So when I saw this symbol, I knew that I had to get it, because whatever fitness levels I have currently, I owe it to my gym and my Cult Fit trainers, and I have just enjoyed reading this book. This has the best knowledge for anyone who's looking for the best health tips, health advice, sleep advice, and just like how to be fit and healthy generally in life. It goes back to the basics again on like what kind of food you need to eat, what kind of movement you need to do on a daily basis, and how many hours of sleep do you need, and basically wellness and mindfulness as well. Yeah, I definitely recommend this book, and I'll also make a video maybe again highlighting the important lessons from this. So yeah. The next book is another reread for February 2024, which is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And I don't know if you can tell, but you can see from the pages that it's a super old book. I think this is again one of those books that I bought like 5 or 6 years ago. I read it once and never revisited again. Right now, when I'm currently reading books by like Dr. Joe Dispenza, I'm reading about neuroplasticity, law of assumption, things like that. That's when I'm like, you know what, my groundwork started, and the books that first inspired me to sort of follow this journey of understanding my mind, thinking positive thoughts, having a wellness and a manifestation routine. It all comes from this book and maybe the book Manifest and Secret. So that's the reason I just wanted to go back to the fundamentals, the basics, and to again revisit them and learn everything again. It'll be like, you know, just kind of revising or relearning the things that I've forgotten. There's a few methods in this book as well, where you are training your subconscious mind to believing and to eradicating your limiting beliefs. And I think this is the perfect book to begin with in order to understand the magic and power your mind holds. Okay, the next one is a romance recommendation I have for you, which is Check-In Made by Ali Hazelwood. There's another romance recommendation I have, which is Bride, again by Ali Hazelwood. So by now you can tell my addiction with any book Ali Hazelwood writes. I don't know what it is about her. She just makes my heart melt. The main male characters that she writes about, I am just like, can I please have that in real life? I want to read any book that makes you believe and have the hope of romance, love, like basically true love or like soulmate connection love, along with like very cute, heart-melting, butterflies in the tummy sort of a feeling while reading conversations between them. Then you should definitely get this. And this is again, I think, one of her first YA novels. She usually writes like adult fiction, but I think this was considered to be YA, but it was still perfect. It was so good. So another YA book that I'm excited to read, I haven't read this yet, but I know that this is really good, and I've seen the reviews on Goodreads, and I can tell you that this is one of the bestsellers again. Even on Amazon, I think this was like in the top bestseller books. This is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. This has a little bit of romance, but it is mostly like a mystery or a thriller, so I do have to dig in and read this and let you know what I think about it. But yeah, I am pretty sure it's gonna be good. I will definitely leave a review on Goodreads and as well as on my Instagram whenever I finish it, so you can check it out and follow me on both of them. Next and the last book for 2024 Feb is this one, which is Obstacle is the Way. Ryan Holiday, like you guys know, is one of the writers that I wanted to sort of start reading more from. I just had one book from Ryan Holiday and I did not finish that. Again, it's 366 Meditations one, so I couldn't really finish it, but I did want to give a shot and sort of read his books. I've read one book again by Ryan Holiday, which is Discipline is the Destiny, and that was like a 3.5 star read. So let's see how Obstacle is the Way is. I think this is one of the popular ones out of all the books that he's written. I think this is the one that was highly rated, so that's the reason I bought this book. This is again in my TBR list for February, so let's see how it goes. I will definitely leave a review again on Instagram and Goodreads, so you can check it out. That was it, guys. These were all my February 2024 recommendations and the books that I'm excited to read. So this was everything that I wanted to show you guys and share with you. So if you have any book recommendations or any book in specific that you want me to review, you can leave suggestions or requests in the comments down below and I will definitely see them. See you guys in my next video. Lots of love. Bye.